Have you ever heard stories about animals acting strangely right before a big earthquake or tsunami? It sounds like something out of a movie, but there's a growing body of science that suggests our furry, feathered, and scaled friends might just be nature's early warning system. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of how animals predict natural disasters. Let's travel back to 2004, just before the devastating Indian Ocean tsunami. Eyewitnesses reported something incredible. Elephants in Thailand suddenly started screaming and ran for higher ground. Flamingos abandoned their low-lying nesting areas. Even zoo animals refused to leave their shelters. The massive waves hit, and the areas the animals had fled were completely submerged. Coincidence? Throughout history, similar accounts have popped up all over the world. In 373 BC, the Greek historian Thucydides wrote about rats, snakes, and weasels deserting the city of Hellas days before a catastrophic earthquake destroyed it. In 1975, officials in Peking, China, ordered a citywide evacuation based on reports of bizarre animal behavior, particularly snakes emerging from hibernation into the freezing cold. The decision saved tens of thousands of lives when a 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck just days later. So, what's going on here? Do animals have some kind of sixth sense? The answer is likely less about psychic powers and more about super senses. Animals have evolved sensory abilities that are far more acute than ours. What seems like a prediction to us might just be them reacting to subtle environmental changes that we undetect. Let's break down the science. One of the leading theories revolves around seismic waves. Earthquakes don't just happen all at once. They are preceded by smaller, high-frequency tremors called P waves, or primary waves. These waves travel faster than the larger, more destructive S waves, or secondary waves. Humans usually can't feel these P waves, but many animals can. Think about your dog. Their hearing range is vastly superior to ours. They can pick up on frequencies that are completely silent to us. So, when those initial P waves rumble through the earth, a dog might hear it as a low, unsettling noise, causing them to bark, whine, or become anxious long before we feel the first jolt. Birds are also incredibly sensitive to these low-frequency sounds, known as infrasound. This could explain why they might take to the skies in a panic before a quake. Another fascinating area of research is the change in atmospheric pressure and electrical fields. Before major storms like hurricanes or tornadoes, there are significant drops in barometric pressure. Many birds, and even some insects, are exquisitely sensitive to these pressure changes. They can feel the storm coming long before the sky turns dark. A study on golden-winged warblers showed they evacuated their breeding grounds in Nissan, Tennessee, a full 24 hours before a massive tornado system swept through the area. They had traveled hundreds of miles to escape, guided by this innate sense. Then there are the chemical changes. Some scientists believe that before an earthquake, the stress on tectonic plates releases charged particles and gases from the ground, like radon. These can ionize the air and even change the chemistry of groundwater. Amphibians, like toads, are particularly sensitive to their aquatic environment. In 2009, a colony of toads in L'Aquila, Italy, abandoned their breeding pond 3 days before a major earthquake. Researchers speculate they detected these subtle chemical shifts in the water, signaling that something was wrong. It's not just land animals, either. Marine life also gets in on the act. Oarfish, deep-sea creatures that look like giant sea serpents, are traditionally thought to be omens of earthquakes in Japanese folklore, and there might be some truth to it. Scientists theorize that the same seismic stress that releases gases could also create electromagnetic currents in the water that disturb deep-sea fish, causing them to surface. We've seen reports of hundreds of dolphins and whales beaching themselves before underwater seismic events. Are they disoriented by the same geological forces? So, if animals are so good at this, why aren't we using them as an official disaster prediction network? Well, it's complicated. The biggest challenge is separating a genuine warning from normal, everyday animal anxiety. A dog might bark because of an impending earthquake, or it might bark because the mailman is here. A flock of birds might flee from a storm, or they might be spooked by a predator. To turn these anecdotes into reliable data, scientists are using modern technology. The Icarus Project, which stands for International Cooperation for Animal Research Using Space, is a perfect example. Researchers are attaching tiny, lightweight GPS trackers to thousands of animals around the world, from birds to bats to goats. These trackers monitor not just their location, but also their acceleration and the environmental conditions around them. The idea is to create a living, breathing, global network of animal sensors. If hundreds of tagged goats in a seismically active region in Italy all suddenly start moving erratically in the same way, at the same time, it could be a powerful indicator that something is about to happen. The data is beamed up to the International Space Station and then down to scientists on the ground. By using artificial intelligence to analyze these massive datasets, we can start to identify patterns that correlate with natural disasters. Early results from these studies are promising. One study on a farm in Italy showed that cows, sheep, and dogs became consistently hyperactive in the hours leading up to earthquakes. The closer they were to the epicenter, the earlier they reacted. This isn't just one animal acting weird. It's a collective, synchronized response that's hard to ignore. But there are still so many questions to answer. Which species are the most reliable predictors? What specific signals are they reacting to? And how can we translate their behavior into a clear, actionable warning for humans without causing false alarms? While we might not be ready to replace our modern seismographs with a flock of geese just yet, the potential is undeniable. By paying closer attention to the creatures we share this planet with, we're not just learning more about them. We're learning to listen to the Earth itself. The animals are tuned into a frequency we've long forgotten, a subtle language of tremors, pressure drops, and chemical whispers. Perhaps by combining their ancient wisdom with our modern technology, we can create a future where we're better prepared for whatever nature throws our way. It's a powerful reminder that we are all connected in this intricate web of life. The next time you see your pet acting a little strange, maybe, just maybe, they're trying to tell you something. What do you think? Have you ever witnessed an animal behaving strangely before a natural event? We'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and if you found this as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the mysteries of our world. See you next time.